Hello, everybody. I just want to come on here and wish everybody a happy 4th of July. Oh goodness. Hope everybody's having a good 4th of July. Hope everyone enjoyed their weekend as well. Sorry, I'm having a bad hair day. I decided to get up and get ready to take my son to the hospital. Hello, Johnny Lee. How are you? Greetings. I need to put my hair back. This is frizzy today. So what did everybody do for the 4th of July holiday? You can still hear the fireworks going off, and thank you, Johnny Lee. Thank you. I'm waiting on my son to get dressed. I'm getting ready to take him to the ER. He's got a sore throat. He's got a rash all over. Oh, really, Johnny Lee? Sorry, I can barely read my comments. I ain't got my glasses on. I should have put them on. Oh, well, that's nice, Johnny Lee. I seen you post something on there with your son on there, telling everybody happy 4th of July and stuff. That's your son? Happy 4th. Yeah, I'll be spending my day probably at Children's Hospital. He's had 5 surgeries already on his ear, and for a second surgery he had, of course, the doctor tried to do it in his office, and they ruptured his eardrum. So he's had 5 surgeries in the last year. So he's got like 60 to 70% loss on his right here, on his right ear, and that's not gotten any better. So I don't know. We'll see. They took his adenoids out the time before this last time. It's only been out for maybe a month. It's been about a month, 3 weeks to a month since his last surgery. Yeah, my son's 15, and he could be silly. He's funny. I love him. He's silly. He's funny. Thank you, Johnny. Having a bad hair day. It's so frizzy and ugh. It's usually straight, but I think what I did was just put my hair up in a towel and I didn't feel like doing nothing to it, so I just put it back. And I was going to put it back in a ponytail because this thing's flipping off. I don't want to flip off. See, it's windy here. It's not bad. It was hot earlier today. Now it's getting windy. And it's been raining some too, so. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much. I'm just walking around my yard. I got this little, I don't know how to turn the phone around, but I mess with it. Thing that I got a memorial. I'm wanting to make a memorial for my son. He passed away in 2012. And I don't own this house. I'm just renting it. It's a piece of crap. But I want to make it to where I could put, like, you know, his like a memorial thing there. And I've got it started. I got some things, but it's got here so if you guys could see some of this. I got, like, I need to pick all these wild things. I got tulips growing there, but I got, like, these things here. And, of course, the old flower thing. Oops, and then there's this. I really like that. And then the owl. And then the, whatever you call them, dimmy-jiggy things and all that. And then I got a couple of them here that lights up at nighttime. Hope you guys could have seen it. I don't know how to turn this phone around when, you know, because I'm on the phone. I don't know how to turn it around. Oh, they do. They do. Oh, wow. My son just turned 15. May the 21st. Yep. And then I got a 33-year-old daughter, or 34 now, and then I got my son. He passed away in 2012. He was 25, so now he would be 30. So I'm having a really hard time with that still. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to fix my hair van. Jesus Christ. Hang on. Trying to get my son up. He's been sleeping literally for like for 2 days straight. He got up and was drinking some Gatorade, and that's about all we can get him to drink. He couldn't drink nothing else. And you know, now he's breaking out in a rash all over. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just been to the hospital with him so much that, and children's here, it seems like they just, you know, I don't know. It's crazy. Time flies by, Johnny. It really does. Before you know it, he'll be 18. I still got my grandson. I've raised my grandson. He's 18. He still lives with me. He's my baby, too. He's my grandson/son. And then I've got 3 granddaughters also, but they're not here with me. I've just had my son his whole life. Well, you know what? Where I live at, I live in Dayton, and it's it's the #1 capital for heroin overdoses. And it's really, really sad because people are walking around and they steal everything, and they're on that crystal meth or ice or whatever, and they walk around and they're in the garbage cans. They'll take anything that they think that they can get $1 out of, you know. So, but my room's right there, you know, and I got my son's basketball hoop he got that for his birthday, and it's right there. But Oh my goodness, I can't get that. I gotta go. I have to put my darn hair up in a ponytail. But yeah, it's bad around here too. I don't know where you're at, but I'm right here in Dayton, Ohio, and it's literally like, it's terrible. I mean, you can't. I won't walk to the store that's right around the corner from me because, uh, you know, it's bad, bad, bad. I mean, so bad. Our morgue downtown is it's got, I think they said, over 800 bodies down there, and 30 of them is unaccounted for from overdoses. So they have a mobile down there because they have nowhere to put the bodies. That's crazy. It's just awful. I mean, so my cousin's trying to get me to move down in Kentucky, way down there. So I don't know. I might think about it. Pink and Rusty. Hi, you guys. I hope you guys are having a good 4th of July. I'm just walking around in my yard waiting on my son. He's been sick. I don't know if you heard it or not. He's been sick again. He's got a sore throat. Got a rash that started on his face, and now it's going down his body. So, and you know Pink about his ears and stuff, and he has surgeries and his adenoids and stuff took out. So now it's his throat. So I don't know. Yeah. Yep, he slept the other day, went to bed at 7 o'clock at night. He didn't get up till the next day at 7. The next day around, he slept like 18 hours straight, 19 hours straight. And then, I kept trying to wake him up. Got him up, made him drink some, at least try to drink some, juices and Sprite and a few other things. But now he's still back up there. So, and he don't want to get up, but he needs to go to the hospital, because when he says he needs to go to the hospital, then I know he does. It's still hard to get him to go, because, they've done so much to him, messed up his ears, that I don't know, I hate that. I hate when my babies are sick. I hate when anybody's sick, but when it comes to your kids, it's... This upsets me because he's been through so much, Yes, Pink, I know, and I feel so bad for you, what you went through with your daughter. Oh my God, and you was on the phone. Oh gosh, I prayed very hard for her, and then, on your Facebook and stuff, I seen where you posted pictures of her. I'm so glad that everything's okay with her. I imagine she's still probably pretty sore and ill. I don't know why they didn't take Corey's tonsils out when they took his adenoids out, when they had done his last time with his ears, They usually do, but they didn't. Yeah, my hair's just like, you could tell, it's rained today, and I just had it up in a towel and took it down and just put it up like this, and then when I go in, I'm just going to put it back. That's good, Pink. That's real good. I'm so happy. So I seen your posts and stuff, and actually I watched I can't remember if it was your last post, where you was talking about it. I sit and watched that with my neighbor the other night, and it brought tears in my eyes. And she was listening to it, and I was like, but it's such a sad ending too at the end, especially about your neighbor. I mean, not your neighbor, I'm sorry. I was looking at my neighbor's house when I said it, but some man out of nowhere, didn't mind to go and take, your daughter and get blood on his seats or whatever. That's God. God is good, and that was a blessing. I would have done the same thing. I wouldn't care if I had a 2017, the most expensive car in the world. I would have done that. Exactly, Pink. Yep. There's some good people. There's some good people. There's, and then there's some people that just don't even care. You know what I mean? I can't say they don't care, but I don't know. Thank you, Pink. I try to be, I try to just, I don't know. It keeps my mind, Pink, really, what I really started doing it for, because, when my son died, and, my mom died when I was 9, and, I mean, I really I was going to do a story on it, but my mom died when I was 9. My dad got with this woman. She didn't want me and my sisters. My mom died of childbirth. So my dad adopted my one sister out, because she had cerebral palsy. My aunt took her, but she didn't take us. So my dad gave me and my other sister away, that's 2 years younger than me, and I was 7. I mean, I was 9, she was 7 when my mom died. So we was scattered from here to there, and a family member abuses, and, every way, abuse, sexual, physical, everything. And when I reached 16, I started working, got my job, had my own apartment, and then, I had my daughter, then I had my son. I was married, and he cheated and was physically, mentally abusive to me, so I divorced him. And then I got with my man that I've been with, my fiancé, husband. I call him my husband. He's raised my children since my son was 8 months old, my first son that passed away. And so I've been with him for 30 years. And of course, he passed away. 11 months before that, my sister was murdered. She was shot in the face, raped, shot in the face, and caught on fire in a garage. Took him 5 years to catch the guy, but he killed 3 other women, and one woman was pregnant. He didn't even know my sister. He just was a random pick, and they closed the case on my sister, and after 5 years, a woman detective come in and took over the case, and they caught him. And when I went to court, he just looked at me and smiled, and I had a T-shirt on in memory of my sister and a picture of her. And but anyway, my dad died in 2010, Christmas Eve. My sister died my sister died 11 months later, and then my son died 11 months later in 2012. So 2010, my dad, 2011, my sister, 2012, my son. And so, it just, and I laid in my bed. I was in my room for 3 years after my son, and I'm just now coming out of my shell to where I can talk and stuff. So I just try to, it keeps my mind, because I find myself back in depression again, and I've been in my room again for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I have no energy or nothing. So, but anyway, yeah, it sucks. Thank you, Sassy T. Thank you, Pink. I try. I mean, I break down and a whole lot, and I've had people tell me, because I used to, Pink, I on Facebook, if you go back, I used to every day post pictures with my son in it all the time, like in frames that people make. I was in a group, mothers or parents who's lost their children, and she made frames for us. And I would post several times a day. And so I had one person who told me I need not to do that. Well, no, I'm going to do it until I'm going to do it. Nobody's going to tell me not to do it, But, yeah, and so, hi, Margaret. Yeah, and I call him my sperm donor, which is my 2 children's, my son that passed and my daughter, because he's kept telling me he's going to, help me get a headstone for my son. It's been almost 6 years and still no headstone. So, it just sucks. He's a piece of shit. You know, he was a piece of shit. Never done nothing. When they were little, he used to, I'd pay him for babysitting. I would have to buy their food. I'd have to pay him. I'd have to take the food with them. And then I find out as they got older, they didn't tell me this, that he actually made them stay in a room while he was doing cocaine. I mean, really? I didn't know this until after they got older. And he thinks he's Mr. Perfect Dad, and he's had like 6 other kids, and now he has nothing to do. He had nothing to do with my son. He says, I didn't know our son as a grown man. Well, the reason why you didn't know my son as a grown man is because you chose not to. You didn't have nothing to do with him. You don't have nothing to do with your daughter that's living. You know, she's suffering now from addiction, and he won't help me with nothing with her. So that's why I have my 18-year-old grandson. Yeah. But yeah, he's a piece of crap. My son, when he was 15, the one that passed away, he was 14 or 15. He went up there to stay for a couple of weeks. Well, him and his little girlfriend, he has a wife that's younger than his daughter, and he had a girl pregnant when he was 30. She was only 17. So I call that a pedophile. I don't care. And you know, I don't know. He don't do nothing for neither one of my kids. My son that passed, he didn't shed a tear. You know, he didn't do nothing. He didn't put nothing in on the funeral. You know, I had to do a fundraiser, and it wasn't the best one, but it was all I could do. You know. You too, Margaret. Really, Pink? Yeah, my ex, when I was 9 months pregnant with my daughter, he kicked me down. I was almost 9 months pregnant. He kicked me down a bunch of steps. Yeah. So, you know. But I guess everybody has their ups and downs, and, you know, my fiance here took care of my kids, and that's who they call daddy, and that's their only daddy, they said. But my daughter, she can't even, you know, ask her dad for a ride, and he'll give everybody rides and do things for everybody else and won't do nothing for her. You know, just a little bit. But I hope everybody's enjoying their 4th of July. Thanks for coming in and talking for a little bit. I didn't expect for me to bring all this up, but I'm sorry. Pink, was you? See, I was too. I was severely, actually, I mean, I hate to say this, but my husband had locked me and my daughter out. She was like 8 months, and he wouldn't let me in. He thought he was being funny. And it was my house, because he didn't work. He would go to his stepfather's house and drink and act like he worked. He didn't work, I worked. Took care of all the bills, you know, bought the food, their clothes, and everything. You know, and I don't know. It's sad. It's just sad. He didn't. But anyway, when my daughter was 8 months pregnant, he locked us out and thought it was funny, and it was real cold. And, I mean, real cold. And so I busted through the window. And you know what I did? And the devil must have been with me. I don't know. I lost my mind. When it comes to my kids, I lose my mind. I grab whatever's beside me. I don't know. Whatever. I got a knife. And I don't know. I just like blacked out and was going to him. He put his leg up, and I got him in his leg. I stabbed him in his leg. And I think I was aiming for his heart. So I grabbed my daughter and I started running. I heard ambulances coming. I thought I was going to jail, but I didn't give a shit because he locked me and my daughter out and thought it was funny for her to be out there cold. So, but I didn't get in trouble for it. I mean, you mess with my kids, I'm sorry. That's just it. You can mess with me all you want. But when it comes to my kids, I just can't take that. Yep, I feel the same, Glam. Mm. And I just found out he lives right around the corner from me. And I drive by there slow, trying to wait to see him out. I mean, literally, like, really? You can't even help get your son a headstone. And you're telling everybody you didn't know him as a grown man. 25 years, you knowed him, but you didn't want nothing to do with him because you had 5 or 6 other kids by other women, and he just met up with his other daughter that he gave away when she was a baby, and she's 22 now. He just met up with her. It's crazy. It is pathetic. Very pathetic, Pink. God, I'm walking out in this grass, and I got out here and pulled some weeds today because I wanted to start that memory. My son's garden thing, and I was getting ate up. It was so hot, and I was itching, and then a woman across the street, you guys know Melissa Hedgecoff, she goes to shoot the shit too. That's my neighbor across the street. I'll show you a picture, but no. Anyway, yeah, she's my neighbor, and then there's a Stephanie Lay that comments on my comments on here sometimes. She lives behind me in the same house, but it's like a little mother-in-law suite kind of thing. So, but I stay basically to myself, you know. You go ahead and do that, Pink, honey. And you guys all have... Hi, Jennifer. I didn't see you. I'm sorry, Margaret and all you guys. I didn't see all you guys. When I get to jabbering, it's like, it just drives me insane. Literally drives me insane when I talk about my ex. Because my son's laying there with no headstone. But I love you guys, too. You guys have a happy 4th. I'm sure I'll be at the hospital with my son. I love all you guys. You guys enjoy your, you guys are probably going to see fireworks tonight. I know they've been letting them off at different areas around here. So, I will, Pink. Thanks, Jennifer. I love you, Pink, and you have a happy 4th, and I'll keep you updated. I ain't been going on Facebook a whole lot. I just been, like I said, last few weeks I've been laying in bed. Actually, last month, laying in bed. No energy, but I think it's just depression. I don't know. But I love you guys all, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful, fantastic time watching the fireworks. Okay, Pink, talk to you too. You ever need to talk, Pink, or anything, you could message me on Facebook, honey. You guys all have a blessed day. I love you guys all. I'm going to get off here now. Hopefully my son's up. If not, I've been trying to get him up for hours, but if not, he's going to get up. Thanks for you guys talking to me. It got my mind off a little bit at the end, but I'm okay. Thank you guys for talking to me, and I hope like I said, I hope you guys all enjoy your watching the fireworks and grilling out or whatever you guys are doing. Enjoy yourself. Just enjoy yourself. I love you guys all. Bye. I picked up dog's ball. I'm getting ate up under this tree. Bye, you guys. I love you guys all. Bye. Bye, Jennifer. Oops. It's supposed to be going off.